Hello, YouTube! Today we are playing No Case Should Remain Unsaved, which came up on the wheel spin. But I will point out that I had a typo on the wheel and I wrote No Case Should Go Unsolved. Hey, these things happen. Okay, so let me just switch back over to this scene so that I can turn the game on and everything. Here we go. No case should remain unsolved. Oof. I am nervous about this because after the Luto situation now I am like very nervous. Gosh, I hope this isn't terrible. And you know what I mean? Okay. Hashtag no case should remain unsolved. Okay. Click on this. And then you're not getting any game audio yet, I'm guessing. So let me just make sure that this is set up properly. Okay. Okay. We've got audio now, right? Let me just make sure. Yes. Hi, Anki Dank Meme. Thanks for the lurk. Okay. What? Oh, hang on. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm hearing audio for the game through my monitoring earpiece. So I'm happy with that. If the audio for the game gets to be way too loud, you guys should please let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna pop on over here and actually play the game. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure. There's a bit of housekeeping to be done, so I apologize for that. I think I'm gonna put this here. And yeah, if my game audio is like way overpowering my mic audio, I would love for someone to let me know, but I think it's okay. Anyway, we're gonna get started on this game. Play. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Even though I don't think this game will scare me. Since we had a problem, I realized I was a jellyfish. Since we had a problem with Luto, I realized I was a jellyfish. I spent the past 7 years simply drifting through life, with no heading in particular, blindly stinging everyone I encountered. Can you see it too? The people I tried to embrace, I only ended up hurting. Everywhere I went, I left nothing but ruin. That's it. That's what I am. A jellyfish. I could reduce the game music. See? Okay, good to know. How's this? Is this better? More bearable?
Better.
So that's it. That's what I am. A jellyfish floating across the sea. Thank you. I don't even remember why I once became a police detective. Look over there at that family, weeping for their lost child. Have I ever done anything to wipe away their tears? A police station is a crucible of pain and grief. So why did I choose to enter that institution? Why did I think I could somehow offer people solace and hope? Maybe I was simply being selfish. Maybe I became a detective just so I could belong somewhere. sigh. I should stop now. I should stop wandering with nothing but regret on my lips. That's it then. The first good thing I'll ever have done for anyone. Everyone, I'm sorry for everything. Okay. Madam? Madam? Oh, this is Madam, sorry. Madam? Okay. We are going to try our best to pronounce these. Is that Korean, perhaps? But we are not going to make promises we can't keep. So, Miss Jeon Gyung now is renamed. Okay, got it. Who are you? Seo-won's ghost. Remember that little girl? Choi Seo-won? Choi Seo-won? Seo-won? That girl who went missing? That's right, ma'am. Do you know what happened to that girl you brought back? Thanks to you, her family found peace. Do their lives look ruined to you? The doctor says my mind is like an old library without an index. I wish I could do two different voices for you guys so that there was like an obvious change in their voices, but I am not great with doing voices. I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you are. I see you're in uniform, so you couldn't be Seo-won's ghost. From the way you bring up my forgotten failure, I can only assume you're here to deliver judgment. The adjudicator. Ma'am, I'm not here to judge you. I only want to tell you about the life you lived. Your Honor, you already know what happened. I never brought Seo-won home. The case ended the way her father, Choi Dong-gyung, wanted. She disappeared forever. Wait, so keywords I think are obviously in different color, right? So that's, I think, giving us a hint for future gameplay. She disappeared forever, completely out of her mother's reach. Leave the case unsolved? We can't do that, sir. Okay, so playground or unsolved case. The hashtags must be important. Oh, do I click on one of them? Okay, no, I don't click on any particular thing. Leave the case unsolved? We can't do that, sir. Okay. You mean you've already filed a missing persons case? Seo-won's officially registered as a missing person then? Okay, so I think we're talking to Choi Dong-gyung here. And he's saying this. Okay. Then please, that's good enough. Detective, I'm begging you. Please don't look for my daughter anymore. Sir, what? I'm sorry, what, sir? I'm sorry. Excuse me, sir. What do you mean by that? Stop asking where she is. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. Oh, wait, is the mother, like a baddie? Maybe the mother's a baddie. Maybe the mother's a baddie, and I misjudged. Let her just live life somewhere. Just say that she went out to the playground like she always did and vanished. That's all. A perfect crime with no witnesses, no suspects. So please leave this case unsolved. I'll do anything, please. I beg of you. Okay, that's interesting. So that's how you remember it? This was the last case I took before I resigned from the missing persons team. See how relieved I looked after what Choi Dong-gyung said? That man knew. If he wanted to close the case and move on, we needed a good excuse. That my refusal was only customary, a front to cover my cowardice, or to cover up my cowardice. Ma'am, history is that certainty produced at the point where the imperfections of memory meet the inadequacies of documentation. What do you mean? It means you just don't get it. Can you remember the beginning and the end of the case? Let me help you weave together the threads connecting the start to the finish. I think Seowan's mother called me to report the girl missing. Yes, I remember now. She said Seowan disappeared from the playground. Calm down, ma'am. Who am I speaking to again? Seowan's mother. Detective! Jeongkyung? Yes? Sorry, let me try that again. Detective Jeongkyung, I guess? Oh, this is terrible. Okay, listen, we can't do this because this is a serious subject. Jeongkyung. Okay. Detective Jeongkyung? Yes? There we go. Do you remember me? You came to check on Seowan the other day. I asked you not to ring the doorbell. Please tell me you remember. Detective, I'm scared. Please hurry. She's gone. Seowan is gone. She was just at the playground. When did you last see her at the playground? Exactly 3:33 in the afternoon. Detective, she disappeared 3 hours ago. We've looked everywhere. A 7-year-old could have gone alone. What do we do now? I'm trying not to panic, but the worst is all that comes to mind. You're turning yourself in? Ex-English teacher. Oh, okay. So here we were talking to her former English teacher. You're turning yourself in? Yes. I would like to surrender to the police. I am responsible. A little girl went missing from the playground, didn't she? 3 days ago? She was with me. I took her away. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I did it because I needed the money. I'm sorry. What do you mean it's all your responsibility? Detective, the truth is, she's dead. Seowan is dead. She's been dead all this time. Your Honor, that's all I remember about the case. Now I understand why you've come to me here at the final crossroads, why you want me to remember the beginning and the end. You're the gatekeeper of time and space. I had put it completely out of my mind. Was I trying to forget those memories because I felt guilty? The man who took her turned himself in, but I pretended it never happened. And the girl, she was already dead, but I pretended not to know. I'm sorry. Someone like me doesn't deserve peace. Ma'am, it's all right. Don't be afraid. I don't care what you want to call me, but you have to know that this isn't the end of the road. You're not bound for hell or purgatory. Now think back. Xiaowan disappeared from the playground, right? Try to recall everything you can about the location. I'm hoping that this opening thing is kind of like a tutorial type situation, because I feel like I don't necessarily know what I'm doing right this minute. I can see more fragments now. I see them. But they're so faint, like scars faded with age. No, you're doing great. Once you've brought up the fragments, try connecting them together. Build a chain of recollections. Even a dried out ravine can be a river again when the waters return. Okay, so I can go find the clickable parts, right? Like here, the word playground is clickable. Like where it's hashtag playground. That'll help me unlock some stuff. It's all right. Again, was there anything unusual about Seowan's activities today? Which includes the playground. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but try to think about it, okay? And then we can ask about the playground. Or, did you see any suspicious individuals when you went to pick up Siwon? Or anything out of the ordinary? Okay, so the mom is like, oh my god, I don't know where she could have gone alone. What do we do now? I'm trying not to panic. Let's ask about her activities today. Let's ask about if there's anything out of the ordinary now. I've changed my mind. I changed my mind. Okay. Did you see any suspicious individuals when you went to pick up Seowan or anything out of the ordinary? It's exactly as my daughter said. I was so sure Seowan would be at the playground, but when I got there, I didn't see her. So I assumed my daughter took her along. Then my daughter came downstairs and looked at me with her eyes wide, and I thought, oh no. Detective, I think you might be making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't know if my daughter told you, but Seowan goes alone to places all the time. My daughter worries easily, but mark my words, the girl always wanders back in time for dinner. Is this a different woman talking? Please don't worry about it. I'll have a stern word with my daughter. Honestly, I can't believe she's gone and called you. Wait, who called me? I thought it was the mom who called me. This is the same face. Okay, weird. Okay, so now I think we can ask, was there anything unusual about Seowan's activity today? Oh no, we can't. That was it. We're done? Wait, what? Okay, so this lets you look at the picture again. I am confusion. Is there something else I can click on? Oh, okay, I can ask the other people about the playground now. Okay, great. It's all right again. Was there anything... Okay, I would like to ask this. Was there anything unusual about her activity today? Okay, perfect. No, it was all business as usual. Okay, so I am going to continue to read this particular dialogue tree, and then I will give a quick summary of it when the ad break is over, just so that if there's anyone here who is watching ads, they don't miss anything. It was all business as usual. She goes to kindergarten on weekdays, and we go to the playground on weekends as a family. We have 2 playgrounds in the condo complex. Normally, we alternate between them. I go along sometimes, but one of them isn't wheelchair accessible, so Hye-jung has to take the kids on her own. Wait. Recently, they've only been going to that one playground. Hye-jung said the kids asked to go there today too. Asked to go there today too, if only they'd gone to the other playground. On the way back, they sometimes drop by the stationery store near the complex entrance. The place is called Apollo. Seowan loves getting candy there. Okay. And then I guess if I click on playground over in this one, it will let me ask that third question about the playground. So to summarize, whomever I'm speaking to here I'm just summarizing it for myself. Maybe I don't summarize it yet. Maybe I will read the second one and then we'll summarize it. I'm trying to get my footing for these puzzle games plus ad breaks, so just bear with me if I seem awkward. That's the only reason why. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but try to think about it, okay? See if you can remember someone you didn't usually see at the playground. I heard you were all together there. Seowan, your mother, and you too. Okay, so this is Myung-go. Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. Yeah. We were all together. Oh, no. Dang it. I think we're just going to have to accept that sometimes if I'm playing a puzzle game, people are going to miss stuff. And I think we're just going to have to be okay with that. I am struggling to find my proper footing with all of this. Please bear with me. I do apologize if I'm super awkward, or like if you're like, oh, this is so disjointed. I'm not trying to do that. I'm really trying hard to keep things rolling, keep things moving, and kind of go with the flow, but it is what it is. Okay. So as a summary for the conversations we just had about the playground, we talked to someone who was like, my daughter is freaking out for no reason. Everything's fine. Seowan often wanders off on her own. Then we prodded some more about the playground and found out that usually the whole family goes. There's 2 playgrounds in the apartment complex, and they used to alternate between going to one and the other and one and the other. But one of the characters that we're talking to is in a wheelchair, and one of those 2 playgrounds is not wheelchair accessible. And so when the kids want to go to that non-accessible one, that character, the mother, doesn't go, but her daughter is in charge of the kids when they go there. And then also was talking about how the kids like to stop at a stationery store on their way home from the playground. It's called Apollo. Seowan likes to get candy from there. Then we talked to another person who I don't know exactly who it was. What was their name? Myongo, I think. Myongo. And that person said, we were all together at the park. The question was, I know you might not want to think about it, but can you remember anything at all about going to the playground? And that kid said, yes, we were all together. And then I clicked the next button and this screen popped up and I was like, shoot, I went too far. Whoops. Okay, so here we are. Think back to the testimonies about the playground. Who do you think those people were? People? These testimonies were all from one person. They absolutely were not. These testimonies were all from one person. Weren't they? Ma'am, life is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? Jigsaw puzzle master. Okay, so we are talking about 3 different people. She goes to kindergarten on weekdays. We go to the playground on weekends as a family. This is the mother. Ex-English teacher, Seowan's mother, Choi Dong-young. Okay, so this is definitely Seowan's mother said this. This here wait, was that not correct? Wait, hang on. We have 2 playgrounds in the complex. Normally we alternate between them. I go along sometimes, but one of them isn't wheelchair accessible. So Ye-jong has to take the kids on her own. Recently, they've been only going to that one playground. Ye-jong said the kids asked to go there today too. If only we'd gone to the other playground. On the way back, they sometimes drop by the stationery store. Oh, is Seowan's mother Ye-jong? Oh, maybe Choi Dong-young is in a wheelchair. Okay, hang on. Maybe that's... Okay. Maybe this is the father talking. Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm going to move this up. Okay. Your memories are scrambled and misaligned. Oh, sorry. Your memories are scrambled and misaligned. But each fragment, each moment connects with another. Look at the connections closely and you'll figure out where the pieces belong. Who said these things and in what order? And then what? What does that change? Who knows? Maybe if you connect enough pieces, you might discover a key. A key that unlocks the face of the person putting the puzzle back together. Okay. So this one here is this I think is her mother talking. Detective Jung, do you remember me? You came to check on Sewon the other day. I asked you not to ring the doorbell. Please tell me you remember. I'm scared. Please hurry. She's gone. She was just at the playground. This sounds like it's the... Okay, no. I don't know what's going on here. When did you last see her? Exactly 3:30 in the afternoon. She disappeared 3 hours ago. We've looked everywhere. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Yeah, see, this is the third party. This isn't any of these people. Oh, now, okay, that's how you unlock the person. Okay, got it. So that's this. Okay. The sibling here. Exactly as my daughter said, I was so sure Seo-won would be at the playground, but when I got there, I didn't see her, so I assumed my daughter took her along. Then my daughter came downstairs and looked at me with her eyes wide, and I thought, oh no. This is weird. I think these are two different people. Someone said this part, and someone else said this part. If I click this, oh, I get a whole new conversation. Okay, let me X out of that for now. Sorry. Excuse me, hang on. I'll have a sip of water while I'm thinking. Okay. Sewon's mother's name is this. Oh, wait. That's a whole other person? I thought that was Sewon's. Oh, gosh. Okay. I thought... Okay, never mind. I thought this was talking about... Oh, then maybe this is... Maybe the mother is the one who's in a wheelchair. And I had it in the wrong order. Okay, hang on. This is confusing. What is happening? So there must have been something more about Sewon. There must be something where we were like, because this implies that we were talking to them previously about Sewon before she disappeared. My daughter worries easily, but mark my words. Okay, so this must have been said by Sewon's grandmother. Okay. Hee Jong-shin, Mei Young-go Choi. Okay, wait. Hee Jong-shin is not... Is that a babysitter? Oh, this game is good. These puzzles are good puzzles. All business as usual. She goes to kindergarten on weekdays. We go to the playground on weekends as a family. There are 2 playgrounds in the complex. Normally we alternate between them. I go along sometimes, but one of them isn't wheelchair accessible, so Hye Jung has to take the kids on her own. Wait, recently they've only been going to that one playground. Hye Jung said the kids asked to go there today too. Okay, so this Hye Jung, I thought it was a sibling. I thought it was maybe the mom's name. I'm now starting to think that it is a babysitter. Okay. This is the babysitter saying this. I told you not to, like, I think that's this person. You came and asked me about this, about the little girl before. I'm scared. Please hurry. She's gone. Okay. Then, when did you last see her? It's exactly as my daughter said. I was sure Sewon would be at the playground. When I got there, I didn't see her. I assumed my daughter took her along. Then my daughter came downstairs and looked at me with eyes wide, and I thought, oh no. But this part here doesn't, I don't know if this makes sense. Is this might be Sewon's mother talking. Oh, I'm so confusion. Oh, sorry. Hae-jeong's mother. Calm down, ma'am. Who am I speaking to again? Oh my goodness. Okay, actually, well, I reserve the right to change anything at any time if I've messed it up, right? Okay, I can't believe she's gone and called you. Oh, that'll help us figure out who called. Okay. Stay on the line. I'm on my way. Could you tell me what happened? Who were you on the phone with on the afternoon of February 3rd? Okay. Who were you on the phone with on the... Okay, well, I don't have to read that again. Well, our office isn't exactly well staffed, so I'm the one doing most of the phone duties. Hae-jeong on the afternoon of the 3rd? Employees complain if we check in too often, so we don't usually do that. And there's not much to call about in the afternoon. Wait a second. I see. I did call, but it wasn't for anything special. There's going to be, what was it now? A Best Caregiver Award ceremony in a few days. So we asked if she could make it like... We have more than 100 caregivers working for us, but no one wanted to show. I think that was the gist of the call. I kind of regretted calling her. I mean, she's not the type to do that kind of company spirit event. You've talked to her, right? Can't even have a nice long chat. She's always cutting calls short. Something about being too busy with the kids. Has she even come into the office recently? So what was this all about? I mean, as long as she's doing her job, right? But a police visit? Really? She's not exactly a slacker. What's going on here? Okay, so... So now we can click on caregiver, I think, and that'll unlock who Hae-jeong is. Okay. I have to open the lock to connect this conversation. Okay, so we haven't unlocked it yet. Okay, hang on. Yeah, okay. So, this is obviously not... This is like a random somebody. We don't know who it is. Okay, let's just log them as that. Yeah, okay. This is freaking amazing. What a detailed game. Okay. Oh, right. These are some more questions that we haven't clicked on yet. Okay, stay on the line. I'm on my way. Could you tell me what happened? I would like to... None of the fragments unlocked so far connect to this testimony. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, that's right. It has to be... Okay. So I need to click on something that either says phone call, playground, or promise if I want to be able to read that. Okay, I do not have anything that will allow me to read that. Okay, so gone alone or hospital? Does goes alone count as gone alone? Yes. Okay. So I can pick, does Seowon have any favorite places near the playground? Somewhere she might have wandered off to on her own? Or has Seowon ever wandered off alone before? Let's ask this. But is that really possible? Detective, I think it might be my fault she's gone. I was in the hospital for a long time after I had Seowon. I couldn't care for her because I was bedridden. But since we both spent so much time looking up at the hospital ceiling, I thought I might be able to understand her better. Now, though, I'm not so sure. Do you think she resents me? Is that why she won't call me Mom? Is that why she's always so hard to find? I have to scour all the playgrounds to find her. Okay, so hospital has unlocked something that we can look at. Is there a special meaning to Seowon's name? Is there anything else that hospital unlocked? This one here. But I think dead would also have unlocked that one. So it's up to me to choose which one I want to look at. Name and hospital would unlock this. Okay, let's look at this one. Is there a special meaning to Seowon's name? Seowon was born at 23 weeks. She weighed less than 700 grams. Her mother had just come out of the C-section and was about to be transferred to the ICU with the baby, but the nurse called for me. It was only for a few seconds, but she let me see Seowon. Seowon reminded me of Thumbelina, a fragile, precious little princess nestled in a bright red flower. She was so light I could barely feel her in my arms. I was scared she might float away if I so much as breathed in her direction. The nurse told me to have a look, but I didn't know how. I could barely see through my tears. I couldn't even get a proper look at my precious baby girl. And then, the first thing I did after that confusing meeting, I registered her birth. I sprinted straight from the hospital to the City Hall registration desk. I didn't stop to catch my breath. Then I wrote down her name, Seowon. That's Seo for rhinoceros and Won for origin. It's an unusual name, I know. At the time, I was thinking of the old saying about marching forward like the lone horn of the rhino. I thought of that strength. I put all my weight into each stroke of the pen, every last one, hoping that the fragile piece of paper might help her somehow, that it might help root her to life, like a powerful anchor that kept her moored to us. Okay, this is her father speaking, so we at least can do this. Chao Dong-gyung, Seowon's father. Okay. And I don't know what order this goes in, so I'm just going to put it there for now. Okay, what can I click on, though? If I wanted to look at something new. If I click playgrounds, what does that unlock? Stay on the line, I'm on my way. Could you tell me what happened? Did that other one up here, though, open up as well? Yes, let's click on this one. I have to open the log. Oh, okay. I can't click it till I've opened the log. Okay, well, that's good to know. Does Seowon have any favorite places near the playground? Somewhere she might have wandered off to on her own? Wandered off. Okay, so there we go. He is in a wheelchair. Okay, so anything referencing the wheelchair goes with the dad. Wandered off? She didn't stroll away somewhere. She's been kidnapped. All possibilities are on the table, as if. Get off your chairs and do something. We're running out of time here. Mobilize the force. Get those cruisers on the street. Anything. Tick-tock, detective. Who knows what they're doing to her? And you're sitting here asking where she's gone on her own? Damn it. Damn it. I'm sorry, detective. I know you're doing everything you can. Okay, wait. So is this the father? Was that the father? Okay, that's... Let me see if we can click a plus sign next to... No. Okay. But it's like he's not in a wheelchair here, so that's confusing to me. And his hair is short. His hair is shorter here than it was in that picture, or is it? I mean, I guess he could climb out of his wheelchair. Like, we don't know how much... We don't know why he might need a wheelchair. I'm gonna put this as the father just for now. Oh, wait. Well, wait. Let me see the profile here. Oh, yeah. That's him. Okay. That made that easier. Okay. And then we have to put things in orders. Okay. It's exactly as my daughter said. I was so sure Seowan would be at the playground, but when I got there, I didn't see her. I assumed my daughter took her along. Then my daughter came downstairs and looked at me with her eyes wide, and I thought, oh no. Detective, I think you might be making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't know if my daughter told you, but Seowan goes alone to places all the time. My daughter worries easily, but mark my words, the girl always wanders back in time for dinner. Please don't worry, I'll have a stern word with my daughter. Okay, I'm thinking this might be Seowan's grandmother. So another unidentified individual. Oh, Glenn Onan, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. My name's Erin. I am right now playing No Case Should Remain Unsolved, and I am on the beginning bit where it's kind of like teaching me how the mechanics of the game work. And I am confused, but also very intrigued. And I really love the way this puzzles out. So that's what I'm... Sorry, I don't know why I'm staring at this screen instead of looking at you. Hello, Glenn Owen. Oh, Jesus. I keep saying Owen. It's Onan. Glennanin. Glennanin? Is it pronounced? You know what? You'll tell me if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong. Anyway, hello. And thank you so much. I appreciate you trusting me with your Glenn 1N. Oh, I like Glenn with 1N. But then you wrote it with 2 N's to trick me. I see what you did there. Can I just call you Glenn? I assume it's because everybody always tries to spell it with more than 1N, or maybe your name is more than 1N, and whatever. You will tell me the story should you choose to. Anyway, thank you for trusting me with your community. I really appreciate it. Yay, hi. So we're playing this game, and right now I'm trying to solve a missing... Well, I'm actually delving into my own memories of a missing persons case and trying to sort out like who said what and when they said it. And it's actually really an interesting game. So that's where we're at. I am unraveling all of the threads that from like, so let's say we had like a tangled ball of yarn, you know, like when yarn has been left in a drawer or box or bag for a really long time, but it's not neatly in the skein it came in, or the ball of yarn that it came in. It's a big tangled mess of spaghetti. We are unraveling that spaghetti of yarn, and then we will then weave a tapestry out of it. But right now we have a big mess of yarn, and it's a nightmare, and we're unraveling it. So that's where we're at. I am very excited. Okay. Anyway, welcome in everybody, and join me, will you? As it's a text-heavy game. Join me as I attempt to unravel this story that is going on here. Okay. So this one is still locked, right? I cannot click on this. None of the fragments unlocked so far... Wait, oops, what did that say? None of the fragments unlocked so far contain the clues I need. Okay. Okay. And then this one here says, none of the fragments unlocked so far contain... Okay. Dong Young and Hye Jung's relationship. Dong Young and Hye Jung's relationship. we are also having a little bit of a struggle with pronouncing the names properly. Because I am not Korean. So I have to parse each syllable separately, which is a little bit taking some time. Okay, so I think that clicking on that unlocked one of the clues, but I need to unlock all of the clues to read it, I guess. I hate to raid and run. I need to get some fresh air. 5 hours. Oh, yes. Take care of yourself. Of course. I always assume people are going to raid and then lurk or raid and run. I mean, and not in a negative way. I just mean, like, if you're raiding, it's because you're just ending a stream and, presumably you're a little bit tired and want to take a little bit of time for self-care. So go enjoy that. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, I should have asked what you had been playing. Although I was lurking and oh, I know what you were doing. You're doing a survival run, I think, in Fallout 4. I should have asked you how that was going, but of course I was too distracted by my puzzles. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I meant to ask if I even meant to ask you when I was okay, well, you're not here anymore, but I had meant to ask Glenn when I had a chance whether the anniversary edition update had impacted his game. Because so I was just wondering, did your game update, and if it did, how did the update affect your game? Because I haven't opened the game since the update because I was worried about that. So if you have any anecdotal stories you want to share, I would love to hear them. I clicked on this, right? And then it said that I can't do this yet. If I click this, does anything happen? No. Okay. If I click this, what happens? Okay. Alright. Is there anywhere that I can click on Playground again? It did update, but I haven't noticed any change. Oh, that's good! A lot of people on Reddit were going on and on about how it was game breaking, and I was nervous about that. I mean, it's why I haven't opened the game since, because I do know that if you're playing with a lot of mods, that an update obviously is going to break your game. Not because it breaks the game, but because the mods were written for the code pre-update, and if the mods are going to work, they have to be updated to the code post-update. And so, yeah, if you're playing a modded game, don't expect your modded game to work as usual after a big update. But other than that, yeah, Reddit's fun. We should always listen to them over there. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. They're not my reliable source of information. Plus, like, so many people were complaining about so many different things. But it very much depends, right? What platform you're playing on, whether or not you were playing modded, things like that. Okay, so I did click on this and nothing happened, right? I can't think of any more connected memories. Okay. Something did happen, I just didn't read it. Anyway, have a great stream and hopefully catch you next stream. Yeah, thanks. If your schedule permits, I would love that. But if not, we'll see each other in passing. Okay. Let's find out what this unlocks, if anything. Ooh, it unlocked 2 things that I can talk about. And 1 thing that I can't yet. So that's fine. Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find Seo Wan? We've received testimony that Seo-won is a regular at your stationery store. Okay, so we're going to talk to the stationery store owner now, I think. Did anyone from her family drop in today, or Seo-won herself on her own? Today? No, not Seo-won, and not her brother either. May I ask what the police want with them? You're not the first to come looking for her today. Is this about Myung-go's mother? The thing is, Myung-go's only been coming here with Seo-won these days. He used to come with his mother all the time when he was younger, but I haven't seen her in quite a while. Is she doing all right? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Myung-go Choi. You're not the first to come looking for her today. Is this about Myung-go's mother? Myung-go has only been coming with Seo-won these days. He used to come with his mother all the time when he was younger, but I haven't seen her in quite a while. Is she doing all right? Claims to be the culprit behind the disappearance. City Hall, you said. Have you contacted Seo-won's father? This is the teacher. This is about the teacher. Seo-won's father has surrendered himself to us. Wait, what? I thought the ex-English teacher was the one making the confession. No, detective, you can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be at the station immediately. Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. It's all my fault. I'll be right there, detective. Don't you listen to anything he tells you. It's all my responsibility. Okay, so this is, I think, this person. Yeah, I think that this is Seo-won's grandmother. Okay. And I don't exactly know what's happening here. Seo-won, your mother, and you too, Myung-go. Yeah, we were all together. The truth is she's... Okay, no. I don't want to click... That's not the one I want to click on yet. All business as usual. She goes to kindergarten on weekdays. We go to the playground on weekends as a family. We have 2 playgrounds in the compound. I go, but one of them isn't wheelchair accessible. Okay, so this is the dad talking. Okay. Ooh, I got a timestamp on this one. (2012-2/3/1735). 2012-2/3/1742. Okay, so I know that. Wait. Wouldn't. Oh, 35 to 42. I don't know why I thought it said 35 to 45. Anyway, okay, no, I don't know. This, I think, goes down. We've got a date, though, now. Okay, this is definitely going to be later. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay. I think that I put those in the right order. 3 hours. How do you remember the time so precisely? How does Myung-go feel? Okay, I'm going to click this one. How do you remember the time so precisely? My phone's call history. I never leave the children alone when we're out together. But then I got a phone call. I don't usually get calls in the afternoon. I think I panicked. The first thing that came to mind was I had to pick up somewhere quiet so I could hear. So I ducked into the condo hallway. The call history is 5 minutes long, but she disappeared in less than that. I know because I looked up partway through the conversation and she was already gone. This is the babysitter. Right? I don't usually get calls in the afternoon. I think I panicked. The thing that came to mind was I had to pick up someone. Okay, so that's the exactly 3:30 in the afternoon. Okay, this is the babysitter also. Yeah, those two are connected. Great. Okay, yippee. So this is the babysitter calling them initially, right? So maybe the lady I thought was the mother's mother is actually the babysitter's mother? I'm not sure. Okay, this is another like third party person. I just randomly have stuck it here. I don't think this is all the same person. It's exactly as my daughter said. I'm sure Sewon would be at the playground, but when I got there, I didn't see her, so I assumed my daughter took her along. Then my daughter came downstairs and looked. I don't know what this is. This one here is weird. This is all weird. I don't know who this belongs to. We might need another random person to attribute things to, but I don't think these are all the same person. I just know they're not where they were originally logged. Okay. Sewon's mother. I was in the hospital for a long time after I had her. Okay. Can we click on this now? Reasons to suspect Sewon's mother. I found fragments containing the clues. Search for the answer now. Yeah, let's see what happens if I say yes. See, now you remember. Someone turned himself in. But you're still suspicious of Sewon's mother. Are you misremembering something? No, that's not it. My memories are hazy and out of order, but those were the exact conversations. Sewon's father clearly said, keep her completely out of her mother's reach. That's why he wanted to keep the case unsolved. And there was more testimony. All right then. Let's start by looking for reasons to suspect Sewon's mother. Your doubts about her will unveil more of your clouded memories. Because it's absolutely true that Sewon's mother is the reason the girl went missing. Okay, so I need to look for 3 reasons why we should suspect Sewon's mother. Shoot. No, okay. 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 I thought maybe the son saying they were all together when the candy store owner said they weren't. Okay, no. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Do I have enough stuff? Yeah, I don't think I have enough information to do this. Hi, Tyrannosaurus Gaming. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. All right. Just woke up and logged in. Well, good morning. Okay. No, I don't think I have enough information to do this. I don't want to just be randomly clicking. Okay. Recently, they've been only going to that one playground. Okay. So maybe it is not randomly clicking. Okay. So the mother's upset that the daughter won't call her mom. They've been going to a specific playground now regularly. Maybe I need to find the where's the conversation with the guy who owns the store? You're not the first to come. Okay, no. Okay. Do you really think Mr. Gangsyuk is the culprit? I don't, but I'm not sure. Can I click on any of these, or do I need... Okay, so I need to have clicked on one of these hashtags in order for one of these to unlock. So kindergarten is not one of the things I can click on at this point. Okay. I would love to find phone call, playground, or promise. Wait, does kindergarten count as school? Oh, there's two down here that I didn't know about. Okay. Can you tell me anything about Seo-won's life at kindergarten? About the kindergarten teacher's testimony. Yeah, let's look at that one. I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea that she was keeping such a close eye on Seo-won. There's something Seo-won always says to me. Mommy's the saddest person in the world. She never says that when her father is around, of course, but I think I understand what she means now. Seo-won genuinely thinks that way. She couldn't handle it otherwise. That's why she refuses to cry, because then that makes her the saddest person instead of her mom. She couldn't handle it if she were the saddest person in the world, getting pity from everyone. That's probably how she sees it all. She's still so young. Children who are forced to grow up fast end up with better control of their emotions, and that breaks my heart. I have no idea who's saying this. I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea she was keeping such a close eye on Seo-won. She never says that when her father is around. Okay, so this is not her father talking, obviously. I'm going to put it on that random person who is not, like, I don't know. This is kind of like a holding pen right now. Who's this ex-English teacher guy? What do you have to do with anything? I'm confusion. Okay. Can you click here like this? Oh. Well, that would make life so much easier. Can you tell me anything about Seo-won's life at kindergarten? And that could be if I clicked kindergarten, crying, or phone call. Oh, crying. Hang on. When did Seo-won's mother leave you? When did Seo-won's mother leave you? We've been divorced for about 5 or 6 years. I'm a monster, aren't I? Abandoning my wife when she needed me most? But at the time, I thought it was all for the best. That we'd reached our limit. That we'd only hurt each other if we kept on living like this. That's what I told myself. When our eyes met, I would face the emptiness inside, and it was excruciating because I knew that void could never be filled. If only we could have cried it out together and kept each other going. But we struggled to help each other. We were making no progress at all. And one day we realized that it hurt more to deal with our pain together than alone. So we chose to go our separate ways. That was our decision, to run from our wounds instead of confronting them. To let the blade drop on the guillotine. Huh? Okay, so is this the father then? Seo-won's father. Okay, if I click on divorced, what happens? Alright, explain to me how you took Seo-won. When was the last time you saw Seo-won's father? Do you call him often? I am so confused by this whole situation. What's that man got to do with Seo-won going missing? We cut off all contact years ago. The nerve of him walking out after what happened to the girl. Detective, what I mean is, Seo-won was always sickly, but that man divorced my daughter, leaving her to care for the poor baby alone. But, well, he's not the sort of man who'd take her away from under her mother's nose. Please, it was nothing serious. Really. Nothing serious, detective, really. Okay, this is the grandmother. Now we need to move some of these things out from under the grandmother, the people we know aren't the grandmother. Okay, let's start at the top here. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be at the station immediately. Everything's a lie. Okay, this I think was said by her. Do you see anything suspicious? No, it's exactly like my daughter said. Okay, that's her. No, not say. This is okay. This is not her. I'm gonna just give this to this random person, even though that's not who said it. Okay. I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea she was keeping such a close eye on Seo-won. There's something Seo-won always... Okay, this is the grandmother again. Okay. And this... What's that man got to do is the grandmother again. So let's put this up at the top. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, no, that's where I wanted to put it. And I think this actually goes before... Okay, so the grandmother says, hey, don't listen to my granddaughter. My daughter, she's overreacting. The kid's not missing. She'll be home anytime soon. Then they asked, okay, what about her father? And I said, and the grandmother was like, that, he's got nothing to do with this, blah, 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 blah. And then the guy confessed. She's like, no, you can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be there immediately. And this is just her talking about the teacher. Is this the grandmother? Maybe. Would this go at the top? Maybe not. Maybe there's something that comes between. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Okay. Caregiver. Did I already click on that? Did it unlock anything? No, okay, it doesn't unlock enough. Got it. Is there something under the dad's testimony about... Okay, I'm going to put this, I'm going to move this up. Okay, no, that doesn't, okay. When did Seo-won's mother leave? This has to be the grandmother. Oh, no, wait. It's been locked in as the father. Oh, okay. Wait, but why was the father saying that he would go to the playground with them? If if he and the mother aren't even together anymore. That's confusing. That's super confusing. Okay. How I want to read How Did You Take Her, but I don't think I can yet. Okay. Let's do this and see what that unlocks for me. How does Myung-go feel? How does Myung-go feel? It must have been a big change for him. Your station searched the park in the neighborhood, right, detective? The one with the pond? The weeping willow trees by the water, they're lonely to look at. I took a stroll there last year with Myung-go and Hye-jong, and the trees reminded me of Myung-go. He looks like he's at the mercy of the world sometimes, but the truth is, he's the most unyielding boy you'll meet. For children and adults too, I suppose. A death in the family is apparently like experiencing your universe collapse. You know what? I saw the universe and the collapse, and I just changed it to college. Like experiencing your universe collapse. Rebuilding from those ruins was a time-consuming journey, but I think Myung-go's managed quite well in his own right. I don't know if you noticed, but there's something he always carries around, never leaves home without it. Who said this? Okay, if Hye-jong was there, it's the dad, because the dad is the one who is in a wheelchair, and so he needs a caregiver to help along with the, it's not just, he has a caregiver who helps him so that he can, when he has the kids. I think. But I don't know for sure. This is a very confusing thing. I think because there's still stuff to be unlocked, right? Okay, well maybe I should just go through and click on all the blue things. I see your mother has contacted you. It's exactly as you heard. Will you be coming to the police station together? That man was never one for prayer. No matter how deep you dug, he said the spade would never know the smell of the earth. He refused to pray even once as our baby lay sick in the hospital. That's why he doesn't understand that prayer is the reason we've been so blessed. All he ever did was get angry that he couldn't change anything with his own abilities. You said he turned himself in? If he really did take her, maybe it was because he couldn't afford child support payments. He's been complaining since last summer about how he is having a hard time keeping up with the payment schedule. I told him this was a critical time in Seo-won's life, that he had to get his act together. We may be divorced, but he's still her father, even now. I suppose he's still trying to change things himself without even trying to pray. Okay, so this is Seo-won's mother. There we go. And I guess I can just play around with this to see if I can get it in the right spot and connect it to something else. No. Okay. So this guy who's turning himself in is possibly not even, like, this person's just, I don't know. Like, they might be, wrong. Okay, if I click on hurt, did it unlock anything? No. Okay. So let's close this. I want to go over here. Oh, I got another certificate of familial relations. Okay. Can I move? No, I don't know what to move there. I don't know what to move there. Okay. Let's click on police station, see if that unlocks anything. City Hall, you said? Or have you contacted Seo-won's father? Let's do this one. Have you contacted Seo-won's father? I keep calling him, but he won't pick up. It's not out of the ordinary. We only meet for her birthdays. But this is an emergency. His own daughter is missing. Detective, I was texting him on that day you came from the police station. Sewon's always such a quiet girl, but she was chattering about how much happier she'd be if her father was here too. So I asked him if he'd come by and say hello, but he's heartless, that man. Okay, interesting. This is the mother, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Did this might also connect to something else, maybe? Okay, no, not yet. Okay. I'm gonna go through. I think I'm gonna go through just from left to right and click on all the hashtags. So like Apollo, I could click on. See, because now Apollo Stationery opened up over here, which means I now can put the Apollo conversation in the right column. There we go. Okay, so that I didn't. Yeah, I've been remiss in not systematically clicking on things. Okay, so that fixed that. Okay, again, left to right, column by column, I will click on the things. So Candy opens a few different things. Could you tell me now what happened when you last saw Sewon? Okay. We always used to buy Sewon candy from the stationery store on the way home. But we didn't buy her candy recently because Auntie doesn't come out with us anymore. I told Sewon to stay where she was and went to the stationery store. I ran right over. The stationery store is just up the steps, over the fence. It's really quick, I swear. I was only there for a bit and I ran back, but she wasn't there. I called her name like, Sewon! But she didn't come, only Auntie did. I started crying, and Auntie said I shouldn't tell anyone she wasn't with us. Oh! The babysitter said, don't tell anyone I wasn't here when Sewon disappeared. Okay, got it. She told me not to say anything at all. Just like that monkey we saw at the temple. Okay, this is the brother. There you go. Myango Choi. Okay. And this is... You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but try to think about it. See if you can remember someone you didn't usually see at the playground. I see you were all together there. Sewon, your mother, and you too? Yeah, we were all together, but the mother wasn't there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep going down this column again just so that I can make sure. Hurt is one. Does it unlock anything that I can actually click on? No, not yet. Okay. So back here, name is clickable. Okay, and the only thing it unlocks is over here, this one here. Do you really think Mr. Kim Gang-seok is the culprit? I'm just trying to make sure I'm pronouncing this, at least trying. Oh, who's this? I don't know. Do you really suspect him, detective? Even if he were in financial trouble, I don't think he would stoop that low. Instead, he'd... Detective, I'm not trying to defend Gang-seok. Okay, so this should be the ex-English teacher, if I click on it, right? I'm only telling you what I saw. There was a woman skulking around that playground, always hanging back. I thought she was suspicious because I kept running into her when I went around looking for Sewon. She was in her 30s or early 40s, a little on the tall side, maybe around 10 centimeters taller than me. She was always looking at the playground from afar, always behind the wall, behind the flower bed. You wouldn't see her unless you were really looking. But she could probably keep an eye on the kids at the playground if she really craned her neck. I saw her there, standing on her toes, trying to look over the wall. Oh, this is the woman they're talking about. Okay. By the way, detective, what was the name of that girl Gang-seok confessed to taking? This was my conversation with Sewon's mother, right? Probably. I don't understand. She acts as if she knows the man who turned himself in, and asks about her kidnapped daughter as if she's a stranger. It's frightening. Was she having a dissociative episode? Ma'am, do you remember the things that made you stand on your toes? What does that have to do with anything? In my case, I only really stood on my toes for one reason. Affection. To keep my eyes on something or someone that I really cared about. Ma'am, you were on the force for nearly 30 years. This is the only case you left unsolved. Remember how you closed that file and placed it on the cabinet? Were you standing on your toes? Okay, that's interesting. So we think this was the mother who said this? Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're sorry, I'm back into the first column looking for things to click. Okay, so station, City Hall, you said? Okay, let's see what this leads to. That's right, Chief. How are you? I'm from, oh wow, Wamyang City Hall Administrative Office. It's that time of year. 4 kids slated to start school this year in your district didn't show up to pre-entrance day. I'm just calling for your cooperation. We spoke with all the families over the phone. They all said they were on vacations overseas or busy with other things, that sort of thing. I mean, elementary school classes haven't even started yet, so I'm going to report that everything looks fine. But we do have to make sure the paperwork is all there. We're working on the police assistance request forms right now. They'll say that local police stations dispatch personnel to all the absentees' households for welfare checkups at the school board's request. Imagine that, Chief. It's like a free bonus, and our compensation for external personnel requisition is pretty solid, if you ask me. Once you get the forms, send us your personnel roster with their direct deposit information attached, and we'll take care of things on this end. Okay, so that's what they're talking about here when she said, remember when you came to check and I asked you not to ring the doorbell? Okay, I think now that this maybe was the mother calling for that. So I'm going to put this... I think this was the mother that called. Okay. What's the date on this? 2012-25-2021. 2012-25. Okay, this happened before that. She's gone. Have you contacted her father? Those make sense in that order. Okay. Okay. All right. Again, I'm back in the first column looking for clickables. Time. Okay. Can we click this yet? No, I have to open the lock. Okay, no, we're not ready yet. Case unsolved. Okay, so is this immediately after? Yes, okay. Okay, we can't do anything with that. So now we're in the second row and we're going to look for clickable things on the mom's list. Hello, ma'am. Senior Inspector Jeon Gyung from the Wamyang Police Station. You would be Sewon's mother, correct? Boop. I'm just here to see Sewon, if that's all right. Oh my gosh. You scared me, Detective. I was expecting the delivery man. Could you please knock instead of ringing the doorbell next time? My daughter's taking a nap. She dozed off in front of the TV while I was washing the rice. I just tucked her in. Come inside, fast asleep, see? Oh, I suppose you can't really tell under that blanket. She must be tired, the poor thing. Sewon and I were out and about all day yesterday. She slept in this morning, too. I swear, kids grow up so fast. She's gotten so much taller that barely anything fits anymore. I had to do all her shopping at once. First day of school is only a month away, and there's so much to buy. I hope she wakes up soon so we can eat and get her uniform fitted. I'm sorry, Detective, you might have to wait a while before she wakes up. So, what brings you here? She is I am suspicious of her. I feel like, based on the father's testimony, I'm not 100% convinced that this baby did in fact come home from the hospital. I think the mother might be delusional. But I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it. I'm just calling for your cooperation. Okay, so calling. Can you tell me anything about Sewon's life at kindergarten? Was one, and there was another flashing one up here. Okay, I don't have... Okay. Then there's stay on the line, I'm on my way. Could you tell me what happened? Let's do this one. I got a call from my mother, Sewon's grandmother. She said, I'm at the store outside the condo complex, and security called saying the fire alarm was going off in the house. A security guard went over to my mother's house to check, but he couldn't open the door, so she asked me to go and open it for her. I chewed her out. She knew I couldn't bring Sewon somewhere so dangerous. I told her to go herself. But she was so stubborn. Mom said she could get to the playground and pick up Sewon faster than she could get home, so I should rush over to her house and make sure everything was fine at her place, that she would be there soon. She said that made the most sense. She was going to wait for me with Sewon outside the building. Okay. I went to Mom's house and the security guard was there. I opened the door for him and the place was filled with smoke. I don't know what she was cooking on that stove, but the pot was burnt black. The guard turned off the stove and opened the windows. But all I could think of was Sewon, how glad I was I didn't bring her to such a dangerous place, and that the fire didn't get any worse. I ran back to the elevator. It was only a few minutes, I swear. I found Mom waiting for me outside the building just like she promised. But when I asked her where Sewon was, she said, I thought you took her with you. Detective, are you here yet? Yeah, I am starting to think that the girl who went missing... might be a I don't know. I am so confused. Okay. Let's start up here at the top. See what we can click on in this second column. Hang on. Forgot I can jump there. Okay. Elementary school is clickable. Okay. So what we've got is over here. All right. Explain to me how you took Sewon. And down here we have, you received the notice from the school board, correct? It says in our files that she didn't attend pre-entrance day. We received testimony that you spoke on the phone with City Hall employee and told them Sewon couldn't attend pre-entrance day for personal reasons. Okay, I'm going to click this one. I'm just here to check in and make sure everything's all right. The world's a dangerous place these days. Okay. This Choi Dong-jung, Sewon's father, is the father of a child named Sewon who went missing. This person whose name we don't know yet, Sewon's mother, Oh, I don't even know. I was gonna say maybe this is a completely different. I don't know. I don't know. I think that the kid who went missing is. I don't know. This is a tough one. I keep having. This feels like it's like a lot of misdirection. It feels like someone here is not telling the truth, but it's because they don't know the truth. Like they're mentally unable to process what the truth is, if that's possible. I don't know. I'm confused. As I said, we have to keep digging in until we solve this. But I feel like, okay, I thought that we were doing like a mini case to teach us the tools that we're using in the game. But I think actually what it is it's one long case, and we're learning the tools as we go along. I have a key up here. Oh, can I unlock something with that key? I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. I've been told City Hall personnel have spoken with Sewon's grandmother already, but I wanted to be sure. Is Sewon all right? Of course she is, Detective. You must have your hands full checking up on every absence in the district. You'll see once she wakes up, Sewon's healthy as a horse now. She'll have no trouble going to school. All that time in the hospital was tough on her, but she's grown up so strong. I'm proud of her. Sewon's been no end of trouble since I was pregnant with her. I think she takes after her father. She was born premature. The doctor scared us every time we went in for a checkup, about how one thing could go wrong, and then something else, and on and on. I don't remember how many waivers and consent forms I had to sign. But I always knew she'd be all right, how those little hands were going to get bigger and stronger one day. No need to worry, I'm taking very good care of her. Sewon's father and I are no longer together, but my mother and I are doing our best to give her everything she needs. And I'll make sure she comes out to the first day of school. Thank you for checking in. I think the rice is ready. Would you like to join us for food, Detective? Okay, I'm moving that. Oh. Okay, so this goes up higher. Or is that the top? 21. Okay. Okay. We've put her stuff in order. Ish. Okay. Okay, this is someone from City Hall. Oh, if I just click this, it'll give them a... Right, and then I can move that over there. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, and it says I have one key, so I could unlock one if I wanted to. Okay, so if I want to unlock one, I can unlock one. Okay. Let's see what taller gives me. Thank you for telling me, Miengo, or you seem to know Sewon's family well. Let's do this one. Thank you for telling me, Miengo. I heard you're in 5th grade at elementary school. With your height, I bet the girls won't leave you alone. You're very tall for your age. Is it because you take after your mom? I take after her? Really? Am I really like her? Okay, so this is the kid. There. Okay. Does this go up top? No. Okay. Okay. What's interesting here is that he says, when I'm reading this testimony from Seowon's father, saying they've been divorced for about 5 or 6 years. I'm a monster for abandoning my wife when she needed me most. At the time, I thought it was all for the best. We'd reached our limit. We only hurt each other if we kept on living like this. That's what I told myself. When our eyes met, I would face the emptiness inside. It was excruciating. I knew that void could never be filled. If only we could have cried it out together and kept each other going. This speaks to that their daughter didn't survive after being born at 23 weeks and being premature and whatever else. This speaks to that the daughter didn't survive. But this person, so I can't, is talking about how the kid was in the hospital a whole lot and yada, 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 which makes me feel like the mom, this person here, if this Sewon and this Sewon are the same person, this mother might have created a delusional fantasy about the baby not having, like, about the baby having survived, and about how the baby was sick a lot as a child but is as strong as an ox now, kind of a thing. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, this didn't unlock anything that we could use. So, going back, or nothing we could use yet, at least, without using a key. And I don't want to use the keys until I know what I want to do. Okay. Playground. Does that unlock anything? Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playground to find Sewon? Yeah, because, like, if that boy is Sewon's brother, shouldn't he be related to one of these two people? That, you know what I mean? You know that playground near the stationery store, right? I saw that boy a few days ago. He went from the playground straight to the store. I remember wondering why Sewon was sticking so close to that boy. Why do you ask, Detective? Does the boy have something to do with the case? Yeah, is she confusing somebody else's kid with her own? Okay. I need to go back to the top, I think, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Alright, so we're just looking for clickable things. Sewon's grandmother, I think we already did that. Yeah? Okay. Hospital we did, and it was only unlockable things. Yeah, so I would have had to use a key on it. Okay. And I'm not ready to use any keys yet. Promised. Okay. Silence is a heavy burden for a 5th grader, but Myungo refused to give in. Okay, that's one. Or promised school, hospital, and time. Okay, still not convinced I want to use a key immediately. How about calling? Can you tell me anything about Sewon's life at kindergarten? I've already explained everything to the other officers on the phone, Detective. Is she still missing? How could someone take her away in broad daylight in the middle of a condo complex? I heard her mother and brother were with her. They didn't see anything? I don't know if this will help, but, well, you asked me to tell you anything, so I guess I will. Sewon is always optimistic and cheerful. She started at Eden last year, and I was surprised that she never shied away from any of us teachers. At first, I just took her for a friendly child. Then I realized that her brother came to pick her up instead of her mother, but she never asked where her mother was. No, not that that's a problem, not at all. But, well, how should I put this? I suppose I've never seen her cry or get angry or even frown. So I just feel like I want to keep a closer eye on her. Make sure she's okay. She's going to need a lot of attention and guidance. She's so cheerful and bright, but in a strangely fragile way. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm going to click on Eden to get a new... And then I think that this person goes under that. Okay, so this is the kindergarten teachers. And then brother is, yeah. I'm going to click on cry over here to see if that unlocks anything. No. Okay. I mean, it does, but it's not. Okay, let's close this. Go back over. I think we were probably somewhere around here. Did birthdays do anything? I think I want to use a key and unlock that. Oh, okay, wait. I can't. I don't know. Maybe if you click it, maybe if I click it, it'll let me use a key. Let me see what happens. I have to open the lock to connect to this conversation. So if I click... Oh, okay. No, the keys, I guess, don't do what I thought. Maybe they only open yellow ones? Wait, didn't I have 3 keys 2 seconds ago? What happened? I've already found fragments containing clues. What is the correct date? Oh, the day Seal 1 disappeared. Twelve to 5. Is that the correct date? Or was it 0205? I do not know. Shoot. What is the correct date? Was I meant to click a date? Wait, no, that can't be. Twelve to 4. 12 to 3. Hang on a second here. Okay, yeah, this is suspicious now. Who were you on the phone with on the afternoon of February 3rd? Huh. Because, yeah, if she's phoning to say, oh my gosh, the kid's missing, but she's phoning on the 5th, meanwhile, the babysitter is saying the kid disappeared at 3:33 in the afternoon on the 3rd. Huh. Okay, actually, things are super suspicious. Okay. Oh, now I'm really confused. But like not, I don't know. So let's click on stationery store, see if that brings anything. Okay. How do you open the lock? Where did that one go? It's here, right? But if I click on it. Oh, I can use a key to open the lock. Okay, hang on a second. No, I don't want to use a key on this one. I want to use a key on this one. Yes. Okay. So the stationery store situation. Okay, so now if I click on where was it? This stationery store here. That should unlock this, and I can click it. This isn't your fault as much as it isn't Mayongo's fault. I almost forgot to congratulate you. Happy birthday, Ms. Shin. Today's your birthday, correct? I know this may not be the best time, but I think you should know. I paid a visit to the stationery store Mayongo goes to for Xiao Wan's candy, and I spotted this. Apparently, Mayongo picked up Xiao Wan's usual candy and a birthday card. The owner said he took a long time trying to decide which to get. I wondered why he'd get a birthday card of all things, but now I understand. Okay, so this is the babysitter. Thank you. I always thought Mayongo hated me. I wasn't trying to take his mother's place, but I assumed that's what he thought. How could I be so stupid? I should have known better, knowing how badly he'd been hurt. Detective? What happens to Xiao Wan's mother now? Okay, this goes with... Okay, so that's her. Okay, and this is in the right spot. How about candy? We've received testimony that directly contradicts your claim. Oof. Okay, I'm not ready for that one yet. Elementary school? Okay, let's go here. We received testimony that you spoke on the phone with a City Hall employee and told them Sewan couldn't attend pre-entrance day for personal reasons. You seem to know Sewan's family well. I'm going to do this one. Do you live with your daughter? The pre-entrance day? What was it my daughter said now? A slight cold, I think. Yes? I remember now. I knew it was pre-entrance day, so I asked my daughter later how it went. I don't live with her, of course, but I'm in the area to drop in from time to time. It's just, I don't want to leave her alone for too long, spending all her time wallowing in misery. I do remember that I was visiting a few days ago when that City Hall employee called. He asked me the same thing you did, Detective. So I think I said that what she was doing, I think I said that she was doing well, that I was taking perfect care of my granddaughter. Detective, this is ridiculous. It was just one missed pre-entrance day at school. What are you interrogating me for? Oh, weird. Everybody's acting very weird. Okay. Someone's officially registered as a missing person then. Please. Don't look for my daughter anymore. Stop asking where she is. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. This is just so weird of a thing to say. right? Like, that's a weird thing to say. Okay, on the tall side. You seem to know Siwan's family well. I don't know what, I guess because someone was tall in her family. Mei Yongo's family. Well, I've seen them since the children were little. Must have been, say, 3 or 4 years now. When they first moved in, I was sure Miyongo was close to finishing elementary school. He's tall for his age, but he's very quiet, that one. His mother was picking out supplies for younger kids, so I showed her to the shelves older kids might like. She laughed and said he gets that a lot. Miyongo is mature beyond his years, and I don't mean his looks. It's normal for kids his age to only think of themselves, but he's always hanging back and letting his sister spend all his pocket money. Okay, so this is the elementary school teacher at the Eden School. Here. Okay, here's another one. All right, explain to me how you took Seowon. I was a junior high school English teacher all my career, ever since I finished teacher's college and military service. But after the divorce, I quit my job at the school and started tutoring and doing cram school gigs. And while my income isn't particularly stable, I needed the money. I'm sorry. I went to the playground intending to kidnap any child who seemed to be alone. I was there for more than 30 minutes and saw a little girl playing by herself for a long time, so I lied to her. But once I brought her with me, I got scared. I didn't know how I would even ask her parents for a ransom. That's how it was. I was afraid and decided to stop. Nothing more. Okay, this is frickin' weird. Let's move him over to here. Hey, wait. The person who says she's dead. Detective, the truth is she's dead. Sewon is dead. She's been dead all this time. I thought it was this guy, but now I'm thinking maybe it's the dad revealing the information. Oh, wait, the grandmother. Sorry, the grandmother. The grandmother said, this is all my responsibility. Yeah. He claims to be the culprit behind the disappearance. Sewon's father has surrendered himself to us. No, detective, you can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be at the station immediately. Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. It's all my fault. I'll be right there, detective. Don't you listen to anything he tells you. It's all my responsibility. What do you mean it's all your responsibility? Detective, the truth is she's dead. Sewon is dead. She's been dead all this time. Okay, so this here then, about the kindergarten teacher's testimony. This must be the babysitter saying that. No. Okay, it wasn't the babysitter. Shoot, I don't know who said this. Okay. She never says it when her father is around, of course. But I think I understand what she means now. Who would have a conversation with a child that is not their mother? Okay. This is the delusional mother who doesn't actually have a kid. This is her mother. Or is it? Oh, maybe this is the mother of the kid who was... Oh, Lord, I have no idea. I'm so confused. Sewon always says to me, Mommy is the saddest person in the world. they're forced to grow up. It breaks my heart. Oh gosh, I don't know. This is not, I don't think it's either of these two people though. Okay, I'm going to attribute it to this unnamed right now because I'm not sure where it goes. But I don't think, I've changed my mind about it being the grandmother now. Okay. The amount of confusion we have happening here. I'm not trying to defend Gang Seok. I'm only telling you what I saw. Okay. Do you really think Mr. Kim Gang Seok is the culprit? I don't know. Do you suspect him? I'm not trying to defend him. I'm telling you what I saw. There was a woman skulking around that playground always. Yeah, I think that this person... Oh, I don't know, though, because she's the one who said she was talking to her mom, blah, 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 blah. What was the name of that girl Gang Seok confessed to taking? Okay, how about divorce? You have to open the lock to connect this conversation. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm 5 away from getting a new key. Okay, that's what those little dots under the key mean. Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? Where's Taewon now? Okay. Was your son still there? I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. Or it's okay if you don't want to talk, Miongo. I don't mind waiting. Let's do that one. But Miongo, could you promise me that once you're ready, you'll talk to me? Okay. This is going to go... Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so that connected there to there. Anything else? Okay, could you tell me now what happened when you last saw... Okay, so that can go at the bottom here. There's probably something that comes between them. Okay. Could you promise... Shoot, promise didn't open... Well, maybe this one? Okay, can I unlock it? No, I don't think I can unlock it. Oh, you have to unlock it with a date of... with information. Hye-jung's birthday is... Okay. Oh, gosh. 02. Oh. Hang on. Okay. The happy birthday thing. Okay, so it's 3. How about 4? Okay, it's not going to let me just randomly guess. Whoops. Okay, hang on. Okay, there we go. 0306. So we know that this conversation is happening on 0306. Okay. Let's do this one. Silence is a heavy burden for a fifth grader, but Mayongo refused to give in. So I investigated everyone I could, residents, passersby, local businesses, everyone. There's a little incident in the wall behind the flower beds. A little indent in the wall behind the flower beds. You can see the playground from there, but not the other way around, at least for the children playing there. That's where you were hiding, wasn't it? To watch over them from afar. When I went to the playground, I would hear the other mothers gossip about me and the children. Mayongo would have heard it too. I understand why people would get the wrong idea. Say one calls me mommy. So it didn't hurt if Mayongo hated me. I could only imagine how he felt whenever his sister called me that. A few weeks ago, Mayongo told me to stay away from him, so I just wandered around for what seemed like forever and found that spot. Mayongo, I know he must hate the fact that I exist, but I may not be his mother, but still, I promised one young that I would take care of them both. And now look what's happened. I only looked away for a second. I only took a second to rest because I'd been standing on my toes the whole time. Okay, so this is a third person. This seems to be the aunt, maybe? It's not him, anyway. Oh, am I not done? Wait. No, I am. I don't know what's going on. How come I can't change who we're talking to here? Because this isn't Shin Ye Young talking. Oh! Maybe it is. Oh, so the phone call thing is a lie. Is it? This bit here about taking a phone call and... Is that a lie? That's so interesting and weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, if I click divorce, what does that do? I have to open the lock to connect this conversation. Okay, if I click on the lock for that one, what's the thing? What? The day Seowon died. Oh, shoot. I don't know that. Okay, what's this one? Seowon's mother's birthday. 02 06. Okay, I wasn't sure if Shin was Seowon's mother. Okay, I'm kind of glad she's not. So, because, okay, that's fine that I didn't get that right. But just in case it was. The day Seowon's mother was discharged. And the day Seowon disappeared. So this is going to be a 0 to... I thought it was 03, but it might be 02. Oh no, it was 03. Okay. Okay, so that's unlocked. The pink ones, how do they unlock? Dongjung and Haejung's relationship. None of the fragments unlocked so far contain the clues. Caregiver? Okay, I don't know what... Okay, so this one here, then? Proof the shopkeeper is lying. Oh, then I can do this, and then I can find the things that were said that tell me the shopkeeper was lying. Okay. Oh, no, okay. Where's the little boy's testimony? The little boy says that he went to the shop, right? And I went to the stationery store. Okay, there. There we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now that's what I can do. So this one said I don't have the necessary thing to do. Okay, cool. This one, we know you weren't at the playground. Paige Young's location when Seo Wan vanished. Okay, so I can find the fragments that say where she was. Oh, no. Okay, hang on then. Huh. Wait a minute. Okay, maybe the boy is the one who told us. Auntie doesn't come out with us anymore. Nope, that's not it either. What? Okay. Hey. Okay, so it said, where was she? And we are trying to find proof that she wasn't there. When I went to the playground, I would hear this. He heard it, I understand. He told me not to go. What, is it not? Paige Young's location when Seo Wan vanished. She was on the phone and in the condo hallway, right? What is... Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm obviously misinterpreting what that one is asking of me. Okay, so forget that. Skip it. This one we can unlock. What Miyongo carries around. Okay. Where's the school? Okay. Okay, it's not in what the school was talking about. It's not the stationery store. Okay, that's... Okay, hang on. It says I have enough unlocked to find this, but are you sure? Okay, wait. Click on that. Okay. There's nothing clickable. What are you talking about that I have what I need to answer it? Am I... Okay, I'm obviously I don't understand how these work. Like, I've been lucky that I got some of them, but I don't know how I got them. Like, whichever ones I got, I'm not sure that... Okay. I wonder if this goes with the babysitter. Or the caregiver, I should say. Okay. Just because it doesn't go here doesn't mean it's definitely not her. I'm going to leave this under the caregiver now that I'm... Okay, hang on. Okay, so this is testimony directly contradicting the shopkeeper. Ah, you're back, which means you're still searching, I take it. Oh, here it is. It's going to be the umbrella that he always... So, in fact, I did not have it unlocked. Game, you lied to me. You said I had it unlocked, and I did not. How dare you? Ah, you're back, which means you're still searching, I take it. I tried to think of anyone suspicious I might have seen in the area, but nothing. But the truth is, well, yes, Mayongo was here. I'm sorry for lying to you. I didn't think it was important. Well, you see, I didn't want you to think badly of Mayongo. He's a good boy at heart. I'm very sorry. I truly am. I should have told you up front. What time did he come to the store again? A little after 3:30, I believe. Well, nothing was out of the ordinary. He looked like he was in a rush, and when I asked, he only said he had to get back quick. He went straight to the usual candy shelf and picked out a bag, so I assumed it was for Seowan. It's her favorite brand. You know, the pink candy that's so big your cheek puffs up like a squirrel? I told you before, Mayongo is very mature for his years. But that day I saw him squatting in front of the greeting card shelf for a long time with the candy still in his hand. Eventually he came up to the counter and paid for the candy, but he wouldn't look me in the eye. I thought it was so strange, so I went over to check the shelf. And well, one of the cards was gone. I was disappointed in the boy, of course, made up my mind to give him a stern talking to, but at the same time, well, I felt sorry for him. I can only imagine what went through his mind when he was squatting there in front of that shelf. Okay, so here's the thing. This testimony here, we heard the second part of this because it was when we were like, hey, caregiver, he got you a birthday card. So, anyway. So now can I say that it's the umbrella? Can I go over here? Which one was it? Okay, can I click this, then go over here? And then click on this and this. Promise, school, hospital, or time. Okay, so we just need to find something with one of those hashtags in it. Time. Okay, perfect. This is the one I want. Okay. The umbrella, you mean? That's right. Whether he's going to school or some outing, he's always got an umbrella in hand. It's been that way since my wife passed. See, I knew it. Yep. These are two different Sewans. One of them is an imaginary from a... I don't know. She promised she'd go ahead to heaven and watch over them from above. Whether he's going to school or some outing, he's always got an umbrella in hand. It's been that way since my wife passed. There was something she always told the kids when she was in the hospital. She promised that she'd go ahead to heaven and watch over them from above. Mayongo didn't say anything. All he did was sit in the distance and sigh, as I recall. I think he wanted to tell her there was no such thing as heaven, that if she wanted to watch over him, she should do it from earth. it wasn't long before she passed. I only noticed after some time that Mayongo always took an umbrella with him when he left the house. And then I remembered the exact promise his mother made. I mean it, Miongo. How about this then? Since I won't be able to pick you up from school on rainy days, I'll ask God to stop the rain if you ever forget your umbrella. Okay, so now I'm thinking the guy who was talking about a divorce she always didn't vanish. That's all. The perfect crime with no witnesses, no suspects. Please, I'll do it. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. What is this? What? Okay. This guy who's talking about a divorce is not the same guy, right? It has to be someone different. Is this guy? This is all so bizarre and weird, right? There's two Sewans, I think. My gosh, this is so... Well, no wonder this case was hard for the detective to solve. This is so confusing. Was your son still there? I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. Okay, so silence or playground. Here's one. Okay. Mayongo said he was with Siowan the whole time, but that he had no idea where she'd gone. So I scolded him. You're not making any sense. I was so desperate that I was too harsh with him. Even though it's my fault Siowan's disappeared. I failed them both. Please don't ask Mayongo for information. He won't tell you anything. Okay, this must be the caregiver. Is she a caregiver or is she their stepmother? Okay. Mayongo's testimony that shows his mixed feelings on Hae-jung. Okay. Where is Mayongo's testimony? Okay. We were all together. Okay. Your mother and you too. No. Okay, that's not it. Okay. What? Okay, so silence. I told him not to say anything, right? So that's gonna be her. I think she might be a stepmother. I thought she was like a hired caregiver, but now I'm thinking she might be a stepmother. What if I told you there's no need for lying now? What if your lie is the bad kind? The kind that's only going to hurt Auntie and Siowan? Why is not saying anything a lie? If I tell you, if I say what really happened, then Auntie sounds like the bad guy. But she's a good person. It's my fault, not Auntie's. It's all my fault. Oh. Okay. Well. I'm going to see if I can unlock this one. What Mayongo stole? Ooh, I do know that. He stole a birthday card. One of the cards was gone. Okay. So now if I click on lie here, I should be able to get that one immediately. Yes. Please don't lie to me, Mayongo. Didn't you say that Auntie was telling the truth? Auntie told me that lying's not about what's good, but what's necessary. She said lying wasn't always a bad thing. It's the bad lies that are really bad. Mom said she'd watch over me from heaven. She said she'd watch over us even after she died. But that was a lie, right? There's no such thing as heaven. But Seowan doesn't know that. She's so stupid. Mom was lying, but does that mean that Mom was a bad person? Okay. What if I told you there's no need for lying now? That your lie is the bad kind? What if you're... Okay, that's cool. Okay, so now skip that. Could you tell me now what happened when you last saw? Nobody in your family is responsible for this. Okay, so I'm going to use the key here. Yes. Because I want to read this. But I hope the word lie is available as a clickable. Because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. No. Shoot. Okay, it was lie or... What was the second word that I could click on for this? Playground or lie? Oh, man. Okay. Let's hope we can find playground or lie somewhere. I'm looking all the way across. No. Lied. Yes. Okay. It's not your fault, Mayongo. Nobody in your family is responsible for this. But I told Auntie not to come to the playground. I told her to stay away. I said I could take Seowan without her. It is my fault. I'm the one who made Auntie go away. Well, she didn't go away because she just went somewhere where you couldn't see her and she watched you from there. It's just if we were all at the playground together, we'd look like a family and Mom would see Seowan call Auntie Mom. I know Mom's not really watching us from heaven. I know she was lying, but oh, this poor kid. I didn't want her to be sad. It's not Auntie's fault. I'm the one who told her not to come with us. Yeah, okay, listen. Parents just do their best. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this then... Okay. Okay. Okay, so we know you weren't at the playground. How do we know? Because he told you that you weren't. Okay, hang on. I told her to stay away that I would. No, dang it. Okay. Is it this? Man, oh man. Yeah, I still don't know which one, where, like, so it must be something that I have to still unlock. Do I have enough to unlock this one? How Sewon's grandmother instructed the kidnap. What the hell? The day Sewon's mother was discharged. I don't know the answer. Don Jung and Hae Jung's relationship. We don't have the fragment of clue that we need for that. Oh, wait, hang on. Death or birthday? Okay. Shoot. No. Okay. There we go. Certificate of Familial Relations. Choi Dong-kyung, DOB, September 15, 1972, male. Spouse, Seo Won-young, DOB, December 25th, 1974, female, deceased. Married, March 5th, 2000. Death, September 1st, 2001. Child, Choi Myung-go, date of birth, January 3rd, 2001, male. Child, Choi Seo-won, date of birth, August 1st, 2004, female. Certificate issued February 4th, 2012. Wamyang City Hall. Okay. So there's some that need a date, right? Seo Wong's mother's birthday. Okay, we can grab that from over here now, right? January 3rd. No. Sorry. December 25th. Okay, so this we can fix. 1, 2, 2, 5. Okay. Caregiver, death, or hospital will open that one. I know there's caregiver. It's over when they're talking about the yeah, there it is. Okay, let's go here. How old was Seo Wong when Ms. Shin Hae-jung first came to take care of her? I first met Hae-jung when Seo Won was 4. That was years ago. That was a few years ago. When my wife died of illness, I was despondent. I didn't know how I'd raise the kids. But Hae-jung was there to support us. They're called caregivers instead of nannies these days, aren't they? Hae-jung is my children's caregiver. She's been coming in to look after the kids ever since my wife was hospitalized. She befriended them instantly. I don't know how we could have coped without her. Seo Won even calls her mom and treats her like one too. I could never thank her enough. But now I'm starting to think I relied on Hye Jung too much. I mean, she's not exactly family, is she? Okay. Wait, and Seo Jung was saying, Mom, my mom is so sad, but she doesn't, if she calls her nanny mom. Okay, yes, so this is the dad. No, wait, but she said it, she never says it in front of her dad. Oh, hang on. She never says that when her father's around, of course, but I think I understand what she means now. Mommy's the saddest person in the world. Probably how she sees it. Okay, wait, no, because when she's saying mommy's the saddest person in the world, she must be talking about the nanny. Who is she saying this to if it's not her father? She never says that when her father is around, of course. Maybe she was talking about Maybe she was talking about... No, because... Oh, I don't know. It's hard. Okay. Anyway, they're called caregivers now. Okay. Search the park in the neighborhood, right, detective? The one with the pond, the weeping willow trees. I took a stroll there last year with Mei Young-go and Hye Jung, and the trees reminded me of Mei Young-go. He looks like he's at the mercy of the world sometimes, but the truth is he's the most unyielding boy you'll meet. Okay, wait. This lady here, Seo Wong's grandmother. Is she... So she's the mother of this guy? Because then it doesn't make sense that she says... I am so confused. Okay, no. This is so confusing. Okay. Okay. You've already found the fragments containing the clues. Search for the answer now. Hye Jung's location when Seo. I feel like I don't have that though. Because it told us we already had the fragment when the umbrella, but the umbrella thing wasn't unlocked yet actually. So I think that might be what's happening there too. Okay, I have a key. So I could unlock pre-entrance stay absentee list, or I could unlock why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? Let's unlock this one. So now we need to find crying time or name so that we can actually click on this. Okay. Time. Da-da-da-da. Why did you turn yourself in? The day Seo died. Okay, sorry, that's not what I'm here for. Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? She was with us exactly 108 days. That's the time Seo lived and breathed with us. If only I could have held her at least once, kissed those little cheeks. Or at least if I'd only been able to hear her cry, then maybe I would have been able to accept it. Seo mother still had milk for a baby who was gone. The crib was still so warm and it never seemed to get colder. So how could I possibly file that report? Oh, looking back, it was her name. Her name was the problem. It's my fault for coming up with that name. I can't tell you how much I regret it. Instead of giving her strength, that name marched her forward all alone like the rhino's horn straight past us, like a gust of wind. She slipped through our fingers, attached to nothing in the world at all. Okay, so definitely this guy's the one who did the thing where he ran off to the hospital and blah, 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 blah. So where's that one? There we go. Okay. This is that guy. Okay, so now we can... Okay, so that's good. Let's see if we can put these in the right order. Okay. Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? When did Sewon's mother leave you? You're turning yourself in? Okay. This is... Explain how you took Sewon. Okay, I think that this... Okay, that doesn't go there. Okay. I think that this conversation here, why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? Okay, hang on. Yeah, maybe this does come up first. How you took her. I didn't report this. That we might need more. Oh, is there a special meaning to Sewon's name? Okay. I think that this is comes after. The confession might be, yeah, might be like a later conversation. Okay. She was born at 23 weeks. She lived 108 days. Why did you turn yourself in the day Sewon died? Yeah, I don't know what day she was born to be able to say what day she died. Because this is not the same Sewon as this, obviously. Yeah, this Sewon is a different Sewon. Okay, what else have I got that I can potentially unlock? Dongyeon and Haejung's relationship. You don't oh, I do have enough for this. Okay. Where's the agency? Oh, maybe I can just click on... He described it, right? Child's caregiver. Okay. That's cool. Anything else? This one's flashing. Haejung's I still don't know that for sure. Where is Sewon now? The key reason the English teacher needed funds. My income isn't stable. Oh, sorry. Okay, wait, I don't think I have that unlocked yet. Okay, no problem. Sometimes it says it's unlocked, but it's not actually unlocked yet. And this one I can use a key to open it, so why don't I do that? Okay, so now I need to find the word name or birthday. Oh, DOB was somewhere. somewhere in this vicinity. I think I remember seeing it as I was scrolling around. There it is. Caregiver certificate of employment or pre-entrance day absentee list. Let's do this because I think it'll give us the last name of the Sewong, the different Sewong, and then we'll be like, oh, 2 different names. Number of absentees 4. List of absentees. Seo Ho Jun, Kim Byum, Hwang In Chao, Kim Se-won. There you go. See, told you. 2 Se-wons. Se-wons. Okay. Then I can also click name over here, and that should bump me. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, it's fine. I can't click on this one. Okay. So that was a bummer. I need to find birthday again somewhere. Or caregiver. Well, let's go look over here and see if he says if caregiver's highlighted anywhere. Could this possibly be this guy? No, maybe not. Okay, sorry, we're looking for the word birthday. Here it is. Caregiver certificate of employment. Caregiver Shin Ye-jung. Date of birth February 6, 1976, female. Client Choi Dong-gyung. Date of birth September 15th, 1972, male. We hereby certify that the above caregiver has been assigned to the above client since July 1st, 2009. Certificate issued February 4th, 2012. Durihana Support Center. Okay. Okay. Oh, certificate of familial relations. Okay, those go in that order. Okay. I guess even the order of the, like, official things matters. Okay. Nope. We received testimony that CO1 is regular at your store. Blah, 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 blah. Buying candy. One of the cards is gone. Okay. CO1's mother was discharged. CO1 died. Okay, let's see if we can solve this one. We know you weren't at the playground. That one's not helping us. The key reason the English teacher needed funds. Also not helping us. Okay. Is Seo-won alright? Confirmation that Seo-won is alive. How Seo-won's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. I'm missing fragments of clues. Okay. So I have to have the information already about the day Seo-won's mother was discharged. So let me go look over here in the dad's testimonies. Met her when Seo-won was 4. That was years ago. When my wife died, I was despondent, didn't know how I'd raise the kids. Hye-jung was there to support us. She's been coming in to look after the kids ever since my wife was hospitalized and befriended them instantly. I don't know how we could have coped without her. Sewon even calls her mom and treats her like one too. I could never thank her enough. Okay, but that doesn't... I don't know if you noticed, but there's something he always carries around with him, never leaves home without it. The umbrella, you mean? Yes. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I am unclear. Okay. The day Seo-won died. Okay, it's supposedly I know the key reason the English teacher needed funds. My income isn't stable is not the reason. Oh, wait, she was talking about needing child support. Was he giving her money so that she would just... Was he giving her money even though she's not really... Okay, he was... She's calling it child support, but it might well be that he was support, like... If she's completely lost her marbles, she might not be in a position to work. Sorry, I say lost her marbles. Listen. I'm in a very strong position to understand this woman. Because... I too had a baby who was born very prematurely and did not survive. So I understand the state of mind she might, like, I'm not in that state of mind. I'm like, I didn't have any kind of psychotic break or any kind of situation where I'm living in a deluded world where I think that baby is still alive and is now a child and whatever else. But I can see how in a fictional account that could be a compelling story for a person, but then if that person is in fact that deluded, her ex-husband might feel guilty enough to continue supporting her financially, and that, you know, that's not necessarily helping her, because it's probably better for her if she got actual psychological help. But I can see a story thread that would create that kind of a tapestry. But I didn't want for me to saying the words lose her marbles to imply a lack of empathy for people in her position, or that I think that anybody who has mental health problems is, you know, like, I'm not here to belittle any kind of mental health issues. Because then I would just be stabbing my own self in the back. Because I have diagnoses myself. So anyway, I just didn't want that choice of words to kind of like have a long-term impact. It was a throwaway line, implying that she's unable to care for herself, so maybe he's paying her bills. And she is calling it child support because she still is in a deluded state of thinking her child is still there with her, but her child is in fact not still there with her. That's what I think. Anyway, where is Sewon now? We need to find either doorbell, playground, or time to click on. We already clicked on doorbell once here. That's a bummer. Okay, so where can we find doorbell, playground, or time? Oh, we clicked on it No, that's no way we clicked on doorbell twice. They took it away from us. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if we could highlight, if there was like a down here, they gave it, like they saved all of the hashtags for us down here. Or like in a box, like, you know, in Case of the Golden Idol, you can click on a box and it'll open up and then all of your words will be right there. That would be so nice. That is not the case here, so we are going to have to go digging around for it. Okay. What were the words I'm looking for? I've already forgotten. Playground. I saw playground 2 seconds ago. Where was it? Oh my Lord in heaven. I've lost it. Oh, here it is. Thank goodness. Okay. This lets me click on this one now. Where is Sewon now? She's with her family. I made sure she had something to eat for dinner before I dropped her off. Once I brought her to the playground where I first found her, she knew exactly how to get home. I rang the doorbell and stood at the entrance waiting for her parents. It was only a few seconds, but in that short time, I wondered again and again if I should just leave the girl there and run. Detective, I was being stupid. I was stupid to kidnap her, and I'm still being foolish now, having the nerve to feel guilty about it all. The girl's father, he pulled the girl tight into his arms and wept. I knelt in front of him to apologize, but he bowed so low I thought he'd fall. And he thanked me. He thanked me for bringing her home safe. What I did was indefensible. I will accept my punishment. I know that won't make up for the suffering I caused the family, but I will live out the rest of my life in sincere contrition. Okay. So the girl who went missing was, like, it's the mother who thought this mother's baby was never with her. She never had the 4-year-old. She registered her kid for school anyway, because I think that what happened is that the father couldn't bring himself to register the child's death, it sounds like. So the mother was able to maintain a delusion that the child was still alive. But the child was not still alive. Okay. Does this go up here? No, it does not. Okay. We can't do that, sir. You mean you've already... Yeah, I don't think... Okay, so... I don't know... Okay. So 22, 25... Okay. 12... Okay. Sorry. 12 to 5... 21, okay, 10, 22, 12 to 5, 19. Okay, yeah, so that just goes above there. Does it connect immediately? You're turning yourself in? Where's the one now? I brought her home. There was nothing. I was afraid and decided to stop. Nothing more. Okay. And then maybe he says... Okay, this is not that. Okay. There's more to go here. Okay, got it. I understand, game. Why did you turn yourself? The day Sewon died. Again, I don't know the date she was born, so it's making it hard for me to know the date she died. We know you weren't at the playground. I don't have that one, I don't think, yet. Comfort... Okay, we do have this now. The guy said he brought her home. Okay. No, this is all... She's with her family. Okay, so now surrender and hurt are what I can click on. Do I have those? No. Okay, it's not there. Maybe the grandmother? Surrendered. Okay. Okay. This is the one I want to click on. Is Siwan all right? She says she had a great time at Auntie's house, and that when she said she missed me, she was brought straight back home. I'm sorry I didn't contact you sooner. I knew you were out there searching, but I was too caught up in the moment. I didn't ask any questions. All I knew was that my daughter was gone for 3 days, but now she's back. And I know this sounds strange, but all I could say was thank you over and over again. I could bow 100 times over and it wouldn't be enough. Seowan's back completely unharmed. And that's good enough for me. Detective Seowan is, well, she's been hurt in the past, and I can only blame myself for adding yet another wound to her young heart. Tell me, did that man surrender to the police? What? What do you mean she was at Auntie's house? Is anyone else here wondering what's that about? Okay. I've already got the frame. Okay, wait. We know you weren't at the, well. Okay. I am really confused about where the grandma... Oh, wait, hang on. Is it just the part where he said I looked for a girl who was all alone? No. Shoot. Like, this part here might be good. Oh, he lied and told her he was taking her to a... Okay, so he told her he was taking her to an auntie's house. That's why she said that that's where she was. Okay. The day Seowan's mother was discharged. I do not know. Where do we have this information? Okay. How Seowan's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. Okay, is there any information here that talks about the kids? Okay. Let me, where's the kids didn't go to school thing? Okay. So the date of birth 040403. 040403 plus 108 days. Right? Okay. 040403 plus 108 days. So, April is a 30-day month. So, 0503 is 30 days. 0603 is 61 days. 0703 is 91 days. Plus 17 is 0720. Is that right? Did I do that math right? Okay. Alrighty. Unsolved case. Hey, look. The one right above it unlocks it. Thank goodness we don't have to dig too far. Why did you turn yourself in? Okay. Mr. Kim Gang-seok, what? Even the victim's family hasn't reported you. This isn't about taking the fall for Miss Sung Myung, is it? I heard she reported Seo Won missing. When Ming Young's mother told me, I was worried for Ming Young, but at the same time I was a little glad. After we got divorced, she was in therapy for a long time. Oh, she was in therapy. Okay. We should have gotten help back when she began to think Seo Won was alive but missing. No, as soon as Seo Won passed away. Ming Young was finally discharged from the hospital on Seo Won's birthday. We went to visit her grave together, and as she ran her hand over the grave, her eyes were empty. There was no hope. Min Young is still chained to that day, circling around and around that moment forever. I started to think that she'd given up completely. She was utterly spent. There was no drive left in her eyes. I began to doubt she would ever recover. I think that's why. That's why I was relieved to hear that she set out to find Seo Won. Because now she at least had something to live for. Something that would sustain her and keep her alive. Maybe she knew that too, deep down. Maybe that was why she reported Seo Won missing. Maybe she thought Seo Won was better missing and alive than dead. That the missing persons report would anchor her to this world, just like I hoped with her birth certificate. She was grasping for a lifeline, just like me. I know this sounds ridiculous, but this is the whole reason I'm here, Detective. I want to make a request. Could you please mark this missing persons case as unsolved? Please. Please let Seo Won live. Let her live forever somewhere far, far away. Okay, and then that's that whole bit about, yeah. Okay, so hang on. I know where this goes, at least. Up here. Yeah. Leave the case unsolved? We can't do that, sir. You mean you've already filed a missing persons case? Seo Won's officially registered as a missing person then. And please, that's good enough, Detective. I'm begging you. Please don't go look for my daughter anymore. Stop asking where she is. Stop. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. Meaning, the mother's... Like, if she's out of the mother's reach, then the mother will have more of a reason to live. I think the mother needs to go back to therapy and get her therapy done better. But anyway, we now know the mom's name. Min Young Song. Okay, now I'm starting to wonder what are the dates like here? So she is reporting her kid missing okay, so she's reporting her kid. It's just a coincidence that the kids have the same name and that she's reporting her kid missing around the same time as the other kid. I wonder, okay, wait. The other kid went missing on the 3rd of February. Do you think she saw in the newspaper or on TV a story about this kid that was missing? Even if the kid was only missing for a few hours? And that gave her the idea to declare the kid missing? Although on the other hand, the grandmother's like, it's all my fault. It was me, I made him do it, it's all my fault. Okay. The day Seo Won's mother was discharged, 0403. Because it was on her birthday, he said. Okay. Kidnapping phone call and playground. This is really cool. Like, this is a really cool game. I'm liking it. The story is, was playground one of the words? Yeah, okay. I will say there, I'll say it at the end. You mean Seo Won was taken because she was mistaken for Miss Sung Min Young's late daughter? Wait, what? I asked Min Young what happened. She said she heard someone call Seo Won's name and finally found her after going from one playground to the next. It was a boy, probably the girl's brother. He was telling her to wait. Wait right here, Seo Won. She didn't. Oh, the husband lied. He lied about needing money and kidnapping the kid because he needed money. She called the husband, the ex-husband, and was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. My daughter / your ex-wife has actually grabbed a kid. Come quickly, take this kid and bring the kid back home. Which is why she then reported the kid missing, because she didn't tell me anything else, but I can guess what happened. Min Young must have gone and brought her back like a mother picking up a child who'd gone out to play. Right, that's why she said she was at Auntie's house. That's why she said she was at Auntie's house and not with some man. The girl was so sweet, too, calling my daughter Auntie. I'm sorry, detective, I really am. I should have called right away, but then I couldn't bear to do it. Not until you paid that visit. After you dropped by, I was terrified. My hands were shaking, and I found myself dialing a number, calling Seo Wan's father. I told him that Min Young seemed to have brought home a stranger's child and pleaded with him to get the girl back to her parents. I could cause a diversion, I said, so he could get the girl away from Min Young. That's where she did the whole thing about the fire. She called and said, oh no, my house is on fire. Please go help the guys get into my house. I know she may not be well, but I didn't want my daughter to end up a kidnapper. Yeah, no kidding. I was being shameless, I know. I knew exactly what I was doing, detective, but until Seo Wan's father turned himself in, even though he's done nothing wrong, I thought we could act as if nothing at all had happened, sweep it all under the rug. Knowing full well that Seo Wan's father is just as precious a child to his parents as Min Young is to me. Right, she's like, I don't want him to go to jail for kidnapping that he didn't do. My daughter is the one who stole this kid. Because she has delusions, because she has not processed her grief properly. Okay. Hang on. Does this just go up here? No, gosh. Okay, so I still need to figure that out. I still need to figure out who said this. I thought it was her, but yeah, but that was when I thought she might be the stepmother. I now don't think that, right? 12-3 12-6. Okay. We know you weren't at the playground. Was your son still there? I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. He said he was with, but he had no idea where she'd gone, so I scolded him. Okay, this is the father. So we just have to find where this goes. No. Okay, no, this is might be the... Well, wait, the babysitter isn't like the... Okay, let's... I'm gonna put this here. Okay, hang on. We can move this around in a minute if we need to. Is there a special meaning to Xiao Wang's name? Okay, yeah, so it's just because it's a different day. Okay. The babysitter is here. Xin Xiaozhong. I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea she was keeping such a close eye on Seo Wan. There's something Seo Wan always says to me, Mommy's the saddest person in the world. She never says that when her father is around, of course. But I think I understand what she means. Children are forced to grow up fast, end up with better control of their emotions, and that breaks my heart. I do not know who said this. When was the kindergarten teacher's testimony? Does it say the date? 2012-4 at 15:21. No, the school is 12-4 at 2:25. Okay, so okay. Wait. There is no gap between then and the next day. Okay, well, so then he's not the one who said this. Whoever said this after 2:30 on the 3rd. Or after 2:30 on the 4th. That's the 6th. Okay. 3rd, 5th, or 6th. Okay. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna all play out because there's not. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Let's do this one. How Sewon's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. Pleaded with him to get the girl back to her parents. Okay. What can I click on to open that one? So it's tough now because you're like, where's the available hashtag? So so her kid was called Seo-won and passed away 108 days after birth. She was suffering from delusions. She did do therapy, but it did not, she obviously didn't keep going to therapy. It sounds like maybe because of the divorce, the husband was no longer there to try to keep her in therapy, but it also sounds like he maybe was like he had given up hope and sort of, he had exhausted his emotional and mental capacity to help her, and he had to leave. And as a result, she was sort of left untethered, which is not his fault. He thought he was doing the right thing. He thought that his presence was keeping her mired in her grief, and that was what was preventing her from moving forward. So they got divorced, but her delusions got worse over time, not better. Cassie, can you please? Jeez, I'm crow. Anyway, okay, let's continue this. When did Ms. Song Ming Young set out to find Seo-won? It must have been when she got the notice saying Seo-won was due to start elementary school. It pushed her completely over the edge. Right, he never registered the child having died, so automatically the child was registered for school through the government agencies. And so then this notice just came in the mail automatically, and it reinforced the mom's delusion that her kid was still alive. We got the notice from City Hall last December. I checked most of Ming Yong's mail before she does, detective. We have no idea what might set her off. But this notice about Seo-won starting school, my heart nearly stopped. I had no idea that they'd never reported her death. Yeah. There it was on the document, Seo-won's name printed clear. I could only imagine how it would make Min Young feel. No, I'm sorry, detective. I'm not the victim here. I don't deserve to wallow in pity like this. I can only apologize. At the time I balked, I was frozen, and Min Young saw me and read the notice. She looked so happy, she smiled so brightly. I hadn't seen her so delighted in, well, it must have been years. The pre-entrance day was at the end of December, and Min Young insisted we had to go out and get Seo-won's uniform fitted. She was fussing about getting all her shots and picking up school supplies and wondering why Seo Won was taking so long to come home. That's when it started, I think. She went around all the local playgrounds looking for Seo Wong. Oh man, this poor woman. Like everything about this story, about the Min Young's story is very sad. Like, I'm not like, oh, this crazy woman stole, like, I mean, yes, she stole some guy's kid, and that is awful. But I also feel like I have some empathy for her because it is a sad story. Hae Jung's location when Seo Wong vanished. I supposedly have this. I guess we're just gonna have to do this. No. You know what I mean? Like, this is just, I hate this, but nothing else works. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Yep. All right. None of that was right. Maybe the boy knew. Okay, no. I told her not to come to the playground. I told her to stay away. It's my fault. I made her go away. I'm the one who told her not to come with us. We didn't buy her candy because she doesn't come with us. Yeah, I don't know where this will be. Oh, I hate when there's one piece of the puzzle that I can't figure out. It's so frustrating. Okay, what about this? Did she... Okay. Hang on. Even if you were in financial trouble, I don't think it's stupid, although there was a woman skulking around that point. Okay, there it is. She was there. Okay. Playgrounds. Thank goodness the thing is right beside. Okay, so we did have that unlocked, I think, previously. I just wasn't looking in the right place. Like I said, it's frustrating when I'm not looking in the right place and I can't find the answer to a puzzle. Obviously, I'm like, but like, you know, the answer's here. We know you weren't at the playground. I understand you didn't want to cause Miengo any more guilt, but you should have known better. How did you know? I told him he didn't need to say anything. He knows he doesn't have to tell you. It wasn't his fault Seo Won is missing. It wasn't your fault, Miengo. I should have been watching you even if you didn't want me close by. That's what I told him. I made sure he knew I was the one who lost Seo Won, not him. Okay, so this... Okay, that goes there. Okay. And I'm grateful to her. Okay, so is that everything? There must be some disconnected ones still, so let's go see what we can find. If, okay, over here. Mayongo said he was with Seoan the whole time, but they had no idea where she'd gone. So I scolded him. You're not making any sense. I was so desperate that I was too harsh with them, even though it's my fault. Okay, this is definitely the girl. Oops. The caregiver said this. So let me see where in her storyline it goes. There we go. Okay, perfect. That's correct. There's another gap here. Okay, so is one of these going in that gap? Miengo's family. I've seen them since the children were little. Must have been... Oh, no, wait. That's the teacher talking. Oh. I think this goes above. Oh, and then... Nope, that... It didn't... Okay, hang on. When they first moved in, I was sure Miengo was close to finishing elementary school. He's tall for his age and he's very quiet. The grandmother. Oh no, this is the shopkeeper. Okay, yeah, the shopkeeper was like, hey, yeah, okay, because remember I had said that I threw a bunch into the last rows because I didn't know where they went? Okay, so right here, 1225. Okay, so there's something missing from Kim Gang-suk's testimony. Is there... Oh, what? Okay, hang on. 12/25/1943 and 12/25/2158. What's missing? Yeah, what is going on here? Am I missing a clue? Like, I have 3 keys here, but I don't have anything to unlock. And I don't think I have any untagged conversations left. Everything's connected, so... What? What do I do now? Am I meant to look for any... Maybe I have to click on... maybe I have to look for any... unclicked hashtags? Okay. Alrighty, let's go through this row now and see what, if anything, has been not clicked on yet. Okay, this. Okay. This again. So I left this case unsolved in order to I don't think I'm helping this lady by leaving the case unsolved. I really don't. I think that it's what would help her is if she had to face the realities and went to therapy about it, but like, okay. Game, what do you want me to do now? Yeah, I don't think I don't. It says I have no more memories. Like, do I need to click on all of these for this for it to register as done? I don't know. Ah ha ha! So there were more. Okay, I have to open it. Yeah, I will. Stop! Okay. Okay. Wait, when I clicked on name, it was like, I can't think of anything. So how come it thought of something when I clicked on... Oh, okay, gotcha. I got it. Kidnapper opened it, or unlocked it. Name is gonna let me... Kidnapper revealed it. Or whatever I clicked on revealed it. Now I'm gonna click on this, and then I'll be able to... Okay. But you're not being contrite. You're lying to me. Who was around when Seo Won was taken? What was she wearing? And which direction did you take her? You couldn't answer any of these questions. Mr. Kim Gang-seok, this confession that you are the kidnapper, it could take away Ms. Sung Min-young's chance to repent and seek forgiveness for herself. We can't wait for her to recover before setting things right. You know she'll be racked by guilt. Could you live with that on your shoulders? Your ex-mother-in-law is in the next room. She's told us everything. Consider how she might feel having just reported your own daughter to protect you. You've been financially supporting your ex-wife's therapy all these years under the pretext of child support. This won't be much different. Just take a step back and support her from afar. Okay, so she has a long battle ahead of her being treated in custody. Detective. Where did it all go wrong? Did I mess up from the beginning? Seo Won's name? I never should have given her that name. Okay, now do you understand why Kim Seo Won is still missing to this day? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Great work, ma'am. Now you remember everything. Do you understand why Seo Won's case was never solved after all this time? Thank you for telling me that she came home safely, that I didn't doom a little girl to her death. Thank you, truly. I remember how surprised I was when I first saw this case. Everyone involved was lying for one reason or another, whether it was to protect a loved one or to keep a promise to someone important. And what about you, Your Honor? Are you keeping a secret for someone just like them? Actually, yes. For your sake. Oh, we gotta click on this. Unlock. Use the key to unlock. Yes. Madam. A secret I've been keeping for your sake. It's been 12 years now. 12 years since the case, and since I retired from the missing persons team. 12 long years. What? I was busy for the first 5 years. A lawyer friend asked me to take on a paralegal job. It was hard work getting used to a new position at that age, but I suppose that would only be an excuse. The truth is, I thought I'd resolved things well enough, a decent end for everyone involved. Wait, what do you mean? I'd put the case out of my mind for so long, but you were still chained helplessly to that lie I told. Each painful day of your life stretched out into years. I'm so sorry I'm late, Ms. Song Min Young. I don't understand. Are you trying to deceive me? Your ex-husband couldn't make it today. But I'm John Young. But I'm John Gayong. Gayong? Because he's at the rally outside the Human Rights Commission. I'm the one who retired from the force. I'm the one who was racked with guilt. You lived out your sentence years ago. The one who tried to die. Miss Song Ming Yong? Miss Song Ming Yong. Oh, sorry, that's not an I. That was a Okay, so that lady did have to... Ms. Song Ming Yong. Each time we revisited these memories, you became someone else. At times, you became Seo Wan, searching for her mother. Today, you became a detective despairing at her failure to find the little girl. I'm Song Min Young? We've been having this conversation again and again for months now. Just like you said, those conversations you remembered were real. The only difference was that I was the one who heard those exchanges, not you. The memories we unearthed today are a mix of your personal experiences and your memories of everything I told you. And you pieced together those fragments, determining who said what and where. But you haven't quite found out who was doing the listening. It's time to put the final puzzle piece in its place. Complete the mirror that will show you who you really are. Min Young. Let's get you out of this place. Let me get you to a doctor, somewhere you can get proper treatment. I can help you. Miss Song Min Young? But if you're really me, if you're really Jiang Gayong, why? Why go so far when you're not even on the force anymore? It's the same question I once asked Seo Wan. Let me give you the same answer she gave me. Seo Wan's case is still marked as open, and no case should remain unsolved. What a cool ending. I mean, sorry. It did tie things up in a nice little bow. The game was really cool in terms of the mechanics. I really enjoyed hang on, I enjoyed the puzzling. I enjoyed I enjoyed that, like, each little conversation snippet kind of gave you another peek into what was going on. I did have suspicions. I would say it didn't take me more than halfway through to have the suspicion that there were two Seo Wongs, one of them being a child that had died at a young, like, prior to the events of the story, and one of them being a completely different child from a completely different family. I did not actually... I didn't suss out that what had happened was that the grieving mother had collected the child. I was still believing the false confession from the ex-husband, pretty much almost all the way till the end. It was only at the very end, like when the grandmother says her thing and whatever else, or the grieving mother's mother said what she was saying, that I kind of sussed out that, oh, okay, no. So he's just making this confession because he still feels guilty that he did, like, that the marriage didn't work out, that the ex-wife is, still struggling with psychological issues. It does sound, based on what the police officer was saying, like he was, like, they did have the woman going into therapy. And based on what the grandmother was saying about, like, we never know what might set her off. Like, it sounds like they were trying very hard to be supportive of her, but like, I feel like they might have been creating a bubble for her to live in, where they were like, we won't make her face it, and then she won't have a psychotic break and believe that her child is still alive if we just don't let her think about it at all. But I think that, like, I like that at the end the police officers like you need to face this. and then go to therapy about what you're facing so that you can get better, because otherwise you're not better, right? Like if you're just pretending your way through life, that's not good. Although it does sound like maybe it sounds like maybe she didn't think that, I don't think she thought that the daughter was living with her throughout the 5 years between the daughter's passing away and receiving that certificate saying, hey, it's time for school to start. I think it's possible that she just was sort of like living in a limbo world where she hoped that the daughter had convinced herself the daughter was still like in and out of hospital. And so then getting that certificate caused her to think the child was home with her. And then, and then she did the thing. She went shopping for school uniforms and all that kind of stuff that her mother reported. It's a sad story, though. I mean, it's a sad story. Like, it is sad for someone to lose a child and not be able to cope with the grief to the extent that they actually are like susceptible to being deluded into thinking that the child is with them, right? Like, that's really sad. Good game. Not super triggering, actually, so that was good. I mean, this is obviously a topic that's a little bit sensitive for me particularly, and also obviously a lot of people out there. But I'm glad that this wasn't like super triggering. I wasn't like overly upset or it didn't trigger anything. So that's good. I am going to call it a day here because my husband and I actually have plans this evening and we are going to be leaving the house very soon. But if you joined me today, whether you were kind of quietly lurking in the background or whatever, if you were watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this later on, whatever the case may be, thank you so very much for that. We will say goodnight to the YouTube people now. Bye, YouTube. Have a great night. Enjoy your Saturday evening. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon.